kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Midday Racing League here on Sim Racing Media. My name is James Riles, and right now we have a heated start to the chase here in the Midday Racing League. Justin Mons currently out there on the last Great Coliseum trying to put down some lap times. He will get third place as qualifying has already begun. Let's take a look at our practice results. See where everyone kind of lit up. Garrett Kinder, of course, had the fastest lap with a 15-second .058. Justin Mons, Rick Helms, Joey Katina, Mike Hellman finished that out with Randy Yoakum unable to complete a time. Currently, in the qualifying side of things, Garrett Kinder is in the front of the pack right now with only Joey Katina left to try and get that final spot, but based on that, it's not going to happen. Race info for today, round 5 here at Bristol. I am your commentator, James Riles. It's 77 degrees under the lights at Bristol, 80-degree track temperature. It's not too shabby, these drivers. Tire wear definitely still going to be an issue, as it always is at Bristol, Not to mention, some of these drivers are going to have to be dealing with some lap traffic later on. With only 7 cars, it shouldn't be too bad. But another thing, you're not going to get as many cautions as you want. So definitely something to think about as lone qualifying is finished. And we're about to start the grid here shortly. We'll go over that. As we are going to get started, show what is kind of going on with the grid. Of course, Garrett Kinder starting on that pole position. Mike Hamlin going to be in second. Justin Mons in third. Rick Helms in fourth. Craig Davidson there in fifth. Christian Roos in sixth. Chris Papa in seventh. Joey Gattina is eighth. Randy Yoakum going to be most likely our race control, so we appreciate him. So we'll go ahead and look at all these beautiful paint jobs. Be sure and give these guys a shout out. If you're here watching somebody in particular, let me know. Let me know where you came from. I kind of want to know what people, what brings them here. As we see Garrett Kinder there from Elk City, Mike Hamlin on the outside from Eagle Point. Justin Mons in the 41 machine. 75 3 Chai looking good. Christian Roos going to start outside row number 3 with Craig Davidson, that Spirit Airlines 9 machine. Chris Papa, the 1-3-13. Joey Gattina outside row number 4, and then Randy Yoakum, the race control. He's going to come out and race, starting in the inside, lone inside row number 5. No stage breaks here today, folks. It's going to be straight racing action. 140 laps around Bristol Motor Speedway. Lights are off. We are ready to get rolling. How we're looking here. Lights are off now on the pace car. That Ford Mustang pace car looking very good. Of course, the iRacing updated version of that machine. The Ford Mustang on the pole as well. Garrett Kinder about to light him up. See what the Big Frig 31 has to say about it. Starting off the chase. As green light is out, we are rocking and rolling here for the Midday Racing League. Mark Hamlin going to start on that inside. Garrett Kinder taking that extreme high line. The banking here at Bristol definitely can save you, as the high line with the advantage coming out of turn number 2. Going into 3 and 4, still side by side, Mike Hamlin, Garrett Kinder. Mike Hamlin able to take that position for now, but Garrett Kinder holding him off on the inside lane, taking the shorter route around. Now going to pinch up, try and work up a little bit higher to get a run on the 28 machine. Nothing doing. He's going to have to give it up. That top line seems to be the preferred line for most drivers, but once these tires start wearing out, it gets harder and harder to maintain that momentum. 15:32, best lap of the race by your race leader, the 28 of Mike Hamlin. Further on back, Rick Helms is trying to work on Justin Mons, but there's been no change there. Joey Gattina, though, has found some speed in the 2 machine. He's up 2 positions so far. Christian Roos and Chris Papa falling back. The 8 machine of Randy Yoakum did not log any laps during qualifying, but he's out here making it happen. As Mike Hamlin just put down another blazer, 15.2. And we are going to be seeing kind of a spread out field, I'm predicting. The lap time's not very similar between these drivers, so we're probably going to get a spread out field. Luckily, this banking at Bristol can absolutely help you out, and Mike Hamlin is just getting faster. I don't know what he's found in that machine, but he is absolutely flying. 15.82. as that Xfinity car is launched on the last Great Coliseum. In the 8 machine battling with the 13, gets to the inside line there. Is that a sign for things to come, that the top line is not going to stay as clean as it is? I don't know. We'll find out. And you'll find out. Be sure and appreciate the likes we've got already on the post. Be sure and keep those coming for these drivers. Get these sponsors out in front of some more folks. Is that we've got 9 vehicles on the track right now, electing to give you guys a show here in the morning of November 15th. It's 11/11. Make a wish. Already know mine. But Mike Hamlin still in the lead. Took the lead from Garrett Kinder in the beginning of this race and has not let it go. If you are watching and you're enjoying this thing, share it out. Share it out to all your platforms. Grab that URL link and be sure and share that out. Get more folks watching this thing. You can take bets, bet push-ups or something. I don't know who's going to win this thing. Mike Hamlin's already starting strong, but Garrett Kinder is showing that he had the fastest lap times in practice consistently. So he's going to try and work that inside line with the advantage of being able to come right off on that outside line, see if that gives him any more speed. But the problem at the beginning of the race was that 28 was able to pinch him down low, kill that runoff speed that's so important here at Bristol. So the 81 is going to have to push and try not to wear out his stuff the closest we go. This battle's still underway. Garrett Kinder taking that extreme low line. Mike Hamlin has had to come off the wall a little bit, running the mid lane. In the beginning of the race, he was running that extreme top line, but that is very hard on the tires to have to accelerate like that. Looks like the 31 is going to try something a little bit different. Another thing y'all can do, hit the chat button, make sure we know where you're talking from. You want to see more of is I love to see Christian Roos in the 14 machine working to the inside of the 9. Kind of the battle that we're seeing. It's going to be onesies and twosies from here on out. How much can you do? As we're side by side for the lead, Mike Hamlin, Garrett Kinder trying to take his position back. Garrett on the inside in the pink 31 with the red, with the white and black 28 on the outside, and Justin Mons, while they've been battling, Justin Mons has decided he wants to throw his hat in this ring. Last lap time for Justin Mons was 10ths faster than these guys. Maybe he was saving his stuff a little bit more while they were battling. It's going to come down to a very close battle here as Garrett Kinder was able to take his position back as he barely gets the back end loose a little bit there. Go on board with the 28. I think I'm seeing a little bit of exhaust that's indicating, oh, hard into the wall. Justin Mons, Mike Hamlin get into it. Some jibber jabbering on the radio. We'll see what happens, or what had happened here. I bet the 41, no, the 41 did not get loose. Just came up a little bit more. What happened here? This is where it happened. That car just got barely loose. And then the 28 was not going to give an inch. He had about a foot on the wall. But that's not enough here. As 28 of Mike Hamlin now a little bit farther back. So now drama has happened. Garrett Kinder, Justin Mons, Mike Hamlin, your top 3. Rick Helms, Joey Katina there for the moment in 5th was your hardest charger, up 3 positions. Started in 8th. Christian Roos trying to make his way up. Started in 6th. That's where he is right now. Keep an eye on that battle. Make sure if he gets close, we will let you guys know. Well, if you did find us, we appreciate you. Here on the iRacing platform, simulation racing at its finest. Working to the inside of the two, Christian Roos, Joey Katina. Here in the Midday Racing League, they alternate truck and Xfinity. Points right now, after Texas last or 4 weeks ago. Of course, the chase. Garrett Kinder is not in the chase right now. Surely. Not running. He did really well at the last race, but not able to make it. Justin Mons, your second place finisher, he's not in it either. Mike Hamlin in the 28 is the first one. He's in 6th position of the chase. Rick Helms also there. Christian Roos, one of the ones in the chase. So big implications for this race. Craig Davidson in, Randy Yoakum is not. So of the drivers that are on the field, 3rd or 7th is in the chase. So it's, every position counts as we see Christian Roos take advantage there. Rick Helms falling back to the 2 of Joey Katina. So every position matters, but just showing up here has made all the difference for these guys, as it is a huge points day because so many failed to show up. Chris Pa has left the building. Not sure what happened there. Let's take a look at the last incident. So Garrett Kinder, Justin Mons, Mike Hamlin, about 4 seconds back. He's got Christian Roos on it. Christian Roos is battling Mike Hamlin for 3rd place. Mike led the majority of the first half of this race, or I'm sorry, the first half of what has been done so far, about 20 laps. But tire wear seems to be an issue. That top line is fast when it's fast, but right now, all those marbles working up there, that's going to give Christian Roos the ability to get by the 28 machine. As we're talking, we're hearing some chatter that the 41, the incident with the 41, caused a little bit of damage on that machine. Let's take a look back at it before this battle gets too heated for the lead. So here's the 41, the 28. This is on lap 29. Sorry, 19. Looks like the 41 just running, trying to run that inside. And then, I don't know, you guys tell me, maybe a little bit of net code, but the 28 just did not lift, did not have to give the room to the 41. That's the downside to that when you play with fire and try to pinch somebody down like that. Not that it's the wrong move at all. That is a weapon in the arsenal that you have to try and stop an advancing driver. But Justin Mons says, nope, I've got the inside. Gonna come up a little bit, and unfortunately worked out not in his favor. Tell me in the chat what y'all think. That's why I don't have much of an opinion on these things, but Justin Mons has been absolutely flying through the field. He's now working to the inside of Garrett Kinder. We'll see if history repeats itself, where he's going to line up now that he knows that these guys aren't lifting. As we battle lap 44 of 140. 100 laps left to go in this thing. You got to think, you don't want to take yourself out this early over something like that. Is the 41 getting a little bit lower on exit? That's definitely hurting his speed. But again, just does not want history to repeat itself. Hard to pass here at Bristol. Hard to get in that rhythm. As there he goes, going to have to slide up, take the position. That battle is completed. Randy Yoakum is working his way up in that 08. Just past the Spirit Airlines, Craig Davidson. And now getting by the 2 of Joey Katina. They're probably going to see pit strategies come in. If they can make it to 1 stop, they're going to come in at lap 70. If they can't, expect them to come in really anytime after lap number 50. But it's looking like most likely we're going to see pit cycles starting to happen later on. Make this a 1-stop race ideally. While they do that, stick around. We're going to be right back. We're going to go to NASCAR side-by-side here on Sim Racing Media. As we're watching the battle right now, here for 4th position, Mike Hamlin wants to take some stuff back from Randy Yoakum, but it looks like Yoakum's going to make it through. Now he is our fastest, hardest charger there. Rick Helms, first one to come down pit road, elects to do so at lap 53, turning this thing into a 3-lap stop. Everybody else has to make it to at least lap 71 to ensure they're going to have enough fuel to make this happen. As Christian Roos vanished there for a moment. I thought he was coming down pit road, but he wasn't. Check out our racing shop for all of your sim racing media needs. We're going to be posting more throughout the week, month, year. Try and get some more options for you out there for Christmas. As well as if you need a league broadcast at a special one-off event we can help you out with. We definitely would enjoy to do so. So Justin Mons has taken it a little bit of a step further than he needed to. He is absolutely flying through the field. In fact, he's now about to lap Craig Davidson, and then right after Craig Davidson is Mike Hamlin. And if you remember, Mike Hamlin probably not too happy with Mons, even though the move was definitely a racing deal. There not much. I don't think Mons could have done much. Definitely something to think about here as the 41 now pushes the bottom. Try and get by this lap car. A lot of tires get ate up there at the bottom. 9 has already signified he had to hand out the window. He's going to let Justin get by. No reason to battle here on lap 67 of 140. But the lap times are about a second, which is about 8% of 8% slower than they have initially been. That's another thing to think about, is if Garrett Kinder decides to come down pit road, he's only a second back. If he comes down pit road and strikes first, Justin Mons has absolutely got to follow up with it, because this is not a extraordinary gap. And I don't really think that he wants to mess with getting next to Mike Hamlin as the slower car. Just because of what transpired earlier, they haven't had a chance to talk about it. Each perspective is a little bit different. That's why we heard some chatter over the radio. But honestly, I think what we'll see, maybe if he gets up to it, looks like Mike Hamlin's going to race him nice. So there you go. Justin Mons going to try and come down pit road. If he's going to make it in time, good time. Looks like he made it without any real issue. Christian Roos now going to take over that lead position, try and stay out for as long as he can. Most likely they're going to have to come down soon, as Mike Hamlin comes down, and then very late entry by Mike Hamlin and Justin Mons, as Garrett happened. Something also happened down pit road. See, not sure what's going. Let's take a look at what's going on. So 31's trying to blend up on the track here. I don't think there's any issue. And then that's what we're talking about. I got you. 41 a pit stall earlier than the 28. So the 28 had to make a decision there. Don't really see any issue with it. I guess we'll find out later, as now the 9, Craig Davidson, electing to come in. He's going to be the last one. So Garrett Kinder, your effective race lead yet again in the 31, was able to very much stop the short pit from happening, from taking advantage there. As Mike Hamlin spent a lot of time in the box, 55, probably for some repair. He's going to be 4 laps down. That is going to be hard to recover from, as the 31 now works by. Rick Helms in the 75 machine hit it very early. He's in the 2nd position. Justin Mons been lap 70. Christian Roos 674. Joey Katina, the first one leading down the charge. He came in 78. Craig Davidson in 6th, 70 in last bit lap 76. Randy Yoakum in 7th. Mike Hamlin now just running at 8th. Chris Papa has put it on the collar. He is gone for the time being. Lap 82 ticking away. Garrett Kinder in the 14. 14 on fresher tires. That's Christian Roos, who just came down. He's got to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. No contest from the 31. We'll let him have his lap back. Sportsmanlike. Next car lap down is Joey Katina, and he came in right about Garrett Kinder, so I don't think he's going to catch him. Freshest tires in the field is Craig Davidson, so he might get by our leader here. But looking at the lap times, I don't know if he will. Let's take a look at that stint length where everyone was able to get their tires done. Kinder, of course, came in with 16 laps ago on lap number 68. Helms came in lap 52. Justin Mons last came in lap 70. As Mons battling for position with Rick Helms, able to get by with relative ease. So now it turns into a strategy game. It turns into a saving your tires, having yourself a run, waiting for something to happen without pushing the issue. With this few cars on track, 8 vehicles right now, it is going to be a battle of trying to decide where you want to gamble. Okay? Rick Helms is gambling on a 3-pit strategy, so he's going to have the advantage if he comes in and then back out of having tires. As another battle is brewing here, the 2 and the 9. The 9 really makes short work of Craig Davidson, and he's about to wrap himself back around to get another lap back. The lap 90 of 140, Rick Helms trying to battle with Christian Roos in the 14. Let's see where Mike Hamlin's out on the track, just to double check. If Mike Hamlin and Garrett Kinder, we've heard some jibber jabber, and if they get together here, might expect some fireworks. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. That all stems from the issue back. Go ahead, as we're watching this battle between Rick Helms and Christian Roos, with the leader behind him. The leader right now has the best seat in the house. Gonna work past Rick Helms there. So Rick Helms gives it up. But let's take a look at kind of what started all this. So we're battling. And here's where it gets interesting. Just that little taparoo. Where the 28's about a car length off the wall and the 41 gets into him. So that's where this started. That's where the talking kind of started. Then we have this issue down pit road. We're also going to see from the blip where Mike Hamlin elects to come down. 41 thought it was double pits. So he's on the inside, trying to give the 28 room. And if the 28 doesn't stop there, makes his pit box, but instead didn't know where the 41's pit box was, so he ended up having to come down sooner. So just a couple mental mistakes there, costing Mike Hamlin, as he also had some repairs that needed to be done. But that's kind of what happens in these things, in these Bristol Motor Speedways, these short track races. You got to be mentally prepared. You got to be ready to make those hard decisions. And unfortunately, with the talent that we have here, it's very unfortunate. It's Justin Mons and Garrett Kinder, two of the guys coming in, trying to make a name for themselves, running 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and run through where everybody's at right now. We've ran green flag the whole time, so almost the entire field lapped to this point. Garrett Kinder putting on an absolute clinic. Garrett Kinder in first place. Justin Mons will go to the blimp and show you guys where everyone's at in relation to each other. So there's Garrett Kinder on start-finish line. Justin Mons going to be in second place. Christian Roos not too far back, about 4 seconds back from Justin. Rick Davidson about 17 seconds back. He is a couple laps down. Randy Yoakum, this is our biggest battle on the field. Craig Davidson, Randy Yoakum, and Joey Katina, all within spitting distance there, 4th through 6th. We have Rick Helms electing to be the only car to take a 2-pit strategy. Might get him a couple positions, but now he's on the same area as the 28. But watch this, folks. The 28 has voiced displeasure on the way the 41 and the 31 were racing. So we'll see how that's going to translate, how he races the 41 as the 41's trying to make a move on similar tires. I don't think we're going to have any issue, but it's worth looking at. But we'll keep an eye on that as the two's trying to catch Joey Katina. While we do that, we're going to go ahead and turn it up. You guys do the same at home, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back. 28 and the 41. This is not a battle for position. The 41 trying to put Mike Hamlin just a little bit farther back there, as they already are showing sparks. The 28 and the damaged Chevrolet Camaro battling there, and the 41's going to give him the bumper. Let him know, hey, get out of my way. Side draft incoming. There it is. There it is. Mike Hamlin and the 41 get into it. Justin Mons absolutely did not like the way he was talked to, and then looks like maybe over retaliated a little bit on the 28 of Mike Hamlin. Let's take a look. Let's see. As there it started, he was just tired of racing him, gave him the bump, and then right there, just a late entry, deliberate action by the 41. Luckily, everybody comes out on top. Fortunately, we don't like to see deliberate. It's one thing to talk, definitely one thing to talk, but to definitely paid for some talking there. It was Mike Hamlin, as that was definitely... We don't like to call things intentional here, but because of the talking, that's what that was. And it also looked like it got into the 31 right about that same time. Let's take a look. Not much is going on the track right now. By this, we've seen it enough. Actually, no, we'll watch it one more time. Why not? There's the tippy taps. 41 was electing to just hold that line, and then comes down, just barely gives the 31 a little piece of it. So the 31 slipped in there and got a cheeky lap on Mike Hamlin. Of course, the 31 is your race leader, folks. Justin went a little bit farther back there, but now has got his lap back the old-fashioned way. Randy Yoakum's in a battle himself. 12, 11 laps to go now. He's trying to find the two of Joey Katina. He's been finding it all race long. Rounding out your top 10 before we get with 10 laps to go here. Garrett Kinder, of course, up front. Hometown Elk City, working with Reaper Racing. Justin Mons in the Midday Racing League, Glen St. Mary, Florida, making a mark already on the playoff driver of Mike Hamlin. Christian Roos there in the 14. Rick Davidson in the 9. Joey Katina in the 2. And Randy Yoakum is in 6th position in the 8th. Rick Helms is in 7th on the best pit strategy so far. Came in at lap 101. Got a second faster than everybody else. He might catch Randy Yoakum by the end of this thing. Mike Hamlin is, of course, in 8th position, and Chris Paw ended up putting it on the hauler. He was not feeling well, I've been told. So barring something unfortunate, Garrett Kinder is going to have the advantage. Leading into it, he's got about a lap gap on second place of Justin Mons. I don't think we're going to see anything unless we get a random C word, as Randy Yoakum and Joey Katina are the only ones close enough on track to do it. As the 2 car going to work to the inside, or work to the outside, the 8 car coming in on the inside. This is your battle for 5th, top 5 position. 2 playoff drivers, Yoakum and Katina. I'm sorry, Yoakum is not a playoff driver. I apologize. Katina is. Well, geez Louise, I'm just wrong all the way around. This is not a playoff fight. Joey Katina, Randy Yoakum. Double check. Oh. They are battling for points. Joey's raced one. Got 32 points with a stage win for a lap led. He has a ability to get a little bit farther. Randy Yoakum. Maybe his first race here. A lot of newcomers. And I will say this, white flag is out for Garrett Kinder, as we're going to highlight Mike Hamlin a little bit. I know I've been giving him a hard time, but he could have went the bad route and tried to slow down, but he decided not to. He's just going to run his race and let this one go. Garrett Kinder did take the checkered flag. He is going to be your race winner in the 31. Dustin Mon's going to come across second. Everybody else, here's the battle. Randy Yoakum and Joey Katina. Joey got that 5th position, as Garrett Kinder is going to burn it down. As start to finish, no cautions here at Midday Racing League. Garrett Kinder comes across with the race win. Garrett, it's James in the booth. One moment. Make sure all my settings are correct here. Garrett Kinder, for the 2nd time in a row, coming into Midday Racing League and making it happen with some flourish. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, bud.
So you had it pretty much from the moment that you got by the 28. It was smooth sailing from there on the one-stop strategy. Tell us about your race.
Man, it was a lot of fun. I knew Mike is fast, so it was a fun race with him, getting back around him up front. Some stuff happened between him and the 41 I wasn't too sure of, but pretty unfortunate for Mike right there. He had a fast car tonight. Justin, man, I don't know exactly what happened to Justin. I think he went down the wrong pit road to start with, and it pretty much let me put a lap on him. So, man, after that green flag pit stop, it was pretty much just ride those tires out till the end. I had pretty much a lap on the entire field, so just smooth sailing, hanging out, and it was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Well, you got we watched the incident a couple of times with Mike Hamlin. Just honestly, racing deal through and through. Could have given you a little bit more room, but in the end, nobody hurt. But Garrett, 2 wins here, solidifying your move as a contender moving forward. You're not in the chase. Has that changed the way you're driving at all, or are you out here for dubs?
Man, I'm out here basically just chasing trophies. I came in really late. This is my 3rd race and 3rd win with these guys, so really enjoy racing with them. Swept Bristol, and I can't remember where we're at before that, but got a win in the Xfinity cars. I think it was Texas was my first race, and got a win there. So, man, I'm just out here chasing trophies. I know these guys are out here racing for points, so I'm trying to – I'm racing the guys that are contending pretty hard, but I'm not trying to jeopardize any of their points racing or anything like that. I know they're going for championship for this deal, so I hadn't really changed my thought process too much. Maybe just give a half a car width if I can to the guys that are out there sending it for points.
And you definitely could tell that was the case, racing with respect. Well, again, the 31, absolutely fantastic job getting that Ford down to victory lane one more time. Tell us who you got on the car. Who does it for you?
Man, Kinder Farm and Ranch and Ratchet Speed Shop. They've been with me since day one, supporting me, text messages and just all the support you can get from back home I've been getting. So big shout out to them. Big Frig and Cross 5 cattle coolers. If you want to keep your stuff hot and keep your stuff cold for cheaper and longer than anybody else, make sure you check out bigfrig.com. Man, Brock over there, he's a great dude. He helps me out quite a bit. So big shout out to Brock. Ray Page over at Wolfpack Racing, another one of those guys that he's just a good dude to know and helps you out however he can. All my teammates across various leagues, Reaper Racing, Poleman Motorsports, and Velocity Motorsports on the short tracking side. Thank these guys over here at the Midday Racing League. Like I said, I hopped in late and been absolutely enjoying it. Some really, really stiff competition and some really clean racing. Going green flag to checker at Bristol is almost unheard of, but we got it done tonight. Kind of a light field, but man, it's still a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Well, you did a fantastic job this race, and hopefully we'll talk to you again next week as we head over back to the Truck Series over at Pocono.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Try and send you back to the right place there, Garrett. There we go. As next we have in your second place finisher, Justin Mons, as I'm unable to grab Justin for some reason. Justin, if you're listening. Hey guys, I had to come into your Discord real quick because I couldn't move you, so I'm just talking to Justin here. Congratulations on the second place finish, brother.
Hey, appreciate it.
So you got the second place. A little bit of controversy there. We'll brush over that, but what happened there in the pits to get Garrett the lead on you?
I thought it was dual pit road, so that was driver error. So I went into turn 2 pits and realized that wasn't the move, chief, and stayed down so I can enter off of turn 3 and do my normal pit road. That was just driver error.
Yeah, no worries there, but you were able to successfully come back and get that second place finish. Who gets it done on the 41 for you?
My partners, Gamer Advantage, Maconi Setup Shop, Tango Paints, Maconi Entertainment, and Dark Horse Motorsports. My team there we're under Homeland Esports, so definitely shout out to all those guys.
Absolutely, man. Well, again, congratulations coming in here and getting a really good podium finish. Hopefully, we'll talk to you again next week in the trucks.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, James.
All right, that was Justin Mons, your second place finisher. Now we're going to talk to our third place finisher, our first place as far as chase drivers are concerned. Christian, how important of a night was this for points?
Oh, this was huge. I've missed quite a few races here lately, dealing with just some outside things. So being able to come through here and get a podium finish is real big for me. I'm real happy with it, especially Bristol. You never know what's going to happen here. So I was real happy with my run and hoping to carry on momentum till next week.
Absolutely. Well, you got the momentum. It was a really kind of a sludge there at the beginning of this thing, but walking through, folks, what line worked for you? What helped you get there?
I didn't qualify very well, and I didn't have a whole lot of practice here, so I was just trying things out at the beginning, and I don't know if I saved tires or if the guys up front just kind of burned their stuff up, but for me, the line that worked was kind of entering high and just kind of cutting down low, making a little diamond out of the turn. It seemed to be able to carry a lot of momentum down the straightaways. Once tires wore off just a little bit, it was a little bit easier for me to enter low or enter medium and just kind of roll through the center and then power off. Still ending up near the wall on the exit, but man, Garrett, he was just out there putting on a clinic today. I was trying to follow him a little bit, and then I ended up getting to the wall and hurt my right front after a while. So I wasn't much of a factor after that. Just trying to figure things out and hold on for as good of a finish as I could.
Absolutely. Well, tell us who gets it done on that 14 machine. Who helped you get this podium today?
First of all, a huge thanks to my wife for watching our kid during this time. She's a huge supporter of my iRacing
Huge shout
hobbies
out, by
and
the way.
leagues. Yes,
Huge shout out.
couldn't do it without her. I really couldn't. But otherwise, Smoke Pit, me and my buddy, our little business right there, Lafler Labor Services, 13 Speed, and Chris Papa, who's in here with us. They sponsored us last season, and he's been a big supporter of mine as well. And then Extreme Automotive Detailing, as well as you guys for putting on the broadcast for us, other drivers in the league, keeping it relatively clean for the most part. I know it's a short track, but overall today went pretty well, and just looking forward to next week.
Absolutely. Well, Christian, I know you're our contact in the league. Tell us how folks can get a hold of you if they're interested in joining the Midday Racing League.
Yeah, find us on Facebook, Midday Racing League, and then Discord we have as well. I will actually be sure to link that in some of these broadcasts. I'll put the Discord in there if that works for you guys. You guys can find us there, and we're looking for new drivers. We've only got 4 races left this season, 2 trucks, 2 Xfinity, and then next season we'll be switching things up a little bit as far as day and car, but we'll still be racing at the same time, noon Eastern. That'll be starting up somewhere around mid to late January.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you, man. And again, congratulations on the podium. Hopefully, we'll be talking to you next week at Pocono.
Sounds good, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us here at Sim Racing Media. A green or 2 checkered Midday Racing League race. Again, if you're interested in joining, you can find them on Facebook, as well as their Discord information should be posted somewhere. If not, message our page or comment below if you're interested in joining the Midday Racing League. Great group of drivers, great group of folks, and that is evident by the green flag run here tonight. Going over our final results of the night, brought to you, of course, by Sim Racing Media and all of our sponsors here at Midday Racing League. Garrett Kinder started in first and finished there. Put a cap on it. Started pole to checkered. Justin Mons there in second position. Christian Roos in third. First points finisher there in that chase. Greg Davidson in fourth. Joey Gattino, good run in fifth. Randy Yoakum in sixth. Rick Helms rounded out at seventh position. Everybody almost lapped the field. But Mike Hamlin there in eighth, 4 laps back, recovered from his earlier incident for the most part, able to stick it out, and we appreciate that. Chris Papa having to get out of this thing early after some issue, but definitely finishing there in ninth. Strong points day no matter what for these guys. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can catch us next time at the same time, same place. We're going to be Truck Series next week over at Pocono Raceway. We'd love to see you there. And as always, talk to you next week.